Hey guys, happy Thursday. I hope you're having a terrific morning. We are back with a trade video, an emergency session because DWAC is going bonkers this morning. If you haven't seen this on the gappers pre-market where it went from super high levels where it gapped up, dropped all the way down to $10.50 range where I called an early morning pre-market short and then rode it back into the bell. It has since been going up and down, and the bullish momentum behind this and the FOMO is just coming up, pushing this stock up. There's been news of it, reporting. Everybody knows it's out there. The volume is insane. It's one of those stocks that I hope you aren't letting any kind of negative news on the left or the right or any of this politics get in your way of taking a trade on this stock. The last time I checked, it had actually halted midday. This stock halted going over the $20 marks, ripping to all-time highs, and it's going insane. We're going to look at some levels, and we're also going to watch this stock for continuation tomorrow because there is no way in the world that this stock is going to be done today. I cannot wait to see what happens with this stock. It may be the next $200 stock, or it may give back all the profits that it got today and be back to $10 in after hours. Let's go have a look at this crazy thing and just enjoy the beautiful volatility. All right, as promised, guys, here we are. Can Trump fans make Digital World acquisition the next GameStop? The short answer, fuck yeah. Because guess why? It's not just Trump fans that are going to be investing in this. Most people that invest don't really care about the politics behind the stock. All they care about is what they can buy it at and what they can sell it at, like myself. I don't care what it is. It's like me caring about a vaccine stock, whether or not they make a good or a bad vaccine, and whether or not people want to get vaccinated or not want to get vaccinated. What happens with the stock price? It goes up and down. I try to buy at the best place and I try to sell at the best place. Digital World acquisition soaring 140% this morning on the idea of Donald Trump behind this. They are going to be the home of the Truth Social, and it's going to be basically a network, a social network kind of thing. I was watching a little bit of news. I think Donald Trump Jr. was on the news this morning talking about it, and he's definitely been posting about it on social media. Myself, I only have Instagram. I'm not on Facebook right now or on Twitter or any of that stuff. But I did see him post, and I was like, wait a minute. Now, thankfully, I got on this morning around 7 o'clock. I was off work today, so I was able to trade pre-market. I did make some gains. I also gave some back because it was really hard to play this stock this morning with the volatility. Once it got out and it got going, man, it was insane. You could see like where it popped to the top and then it completely dropped down. We'll look at the charts here in a second. Let's have a few looks at some of the news and what they're saying. Here you go. This is in bold. Politics over profits. Retail investors and traders, we know what's going to happen. This is going to hit Wall Street bets, and it's not going anywhere. Anything that's going to cause volatility is going to, that's going to get any kind of attention. That's where we're going to be at. So this is, again, put your politics to the side. If you're cared more about who voted for what, when, where, than you do about if you're going to be able to pay your bills or not, then I'm sorry, you may not want to be day trading. If you care more about moral investing, value investing, because who knows what kind of value this is going to have, there's nothing really to base it off of. So this might not be your cup of tea. But if you care about volatility, volume, catalyst, and stuff like that, which is what I care about as a day trader, this is exactly what you want to see. This is insane. This is almost better than the Bitcoin roar that's been happening. And here we go. This is the biggest difference, and I wanted to bring this up. Everybody's going to be saying this is a meme stock. The biggest difference between this and a meme stock is this doesn't have short interest. So it's not like it's just going to sit there and build up a ton of short interest in a very short amount of time and be something that everybody's going to want to jump on for that particular reason. One of the biggest reasons that's going to be this is, and we already know it, this is going to be a right versus left issue. If this stock goes up, that means Trump's winning. If this stock gets shorted into the ground, guess what? Trump's losing. That's how you're going to see this reflected in the news. I swear I wish I could go ahead and bet on the futures of just what news agencies are going to report what on this stock. I would go long on CNN shitting on this stock, and I would go short on Fox News shitting on it. That's just how it goes. If you live in America, you already know that's coming. It's nothing new. All I have to say about, again, I'll just repeat it. This isn't a value investment. This isn't a something that you're going to be able to look back because it's so new and say, okay, where was this stock? Where do I have levels to base off of? This is all about volatility and volume, and I love it. And I wish there was a stock like this every day that I could trade patterns, that I can make daily profits before the bell even rings and go lay back down. So, you know, here we are at this. This is the news. This is a really good article if you want to go read on Seeking Alpha. We're going to look at the numbers real quick, and then we're going to be done because this is just awesome. You should be trading this stock right now if you're not. Let's look at the chart. Okay, guys, here we are on the 15-minute chart. It is approximately 3 minutes after 1 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. As you can see down here at the very bottom, you see a lot of trades right here. Now, obviously, they're piled on top of each other because this is a 15-minute chart, and I did trade all over this stock this morning. I was right at the bell. I was taking shorts, and I was taking longs. Right now, we're at, like I said, 103, and this stock just went above $30 and came back down. This stock is going insane. Look at the volume. I just looked before we came to this chart, and the volume was right around 305 million shares traded. That's absolutely insane. Here we are on the 5-minute chart. This gives a little bit better idea of what happened throughout the day. We did see this initial jiggle around, and here you can see where I traded. I didn't trade this. This is a demo account. I traded real money on pre-market this morning. And I actually caught this move once it fell underneath the 12. You can't really see it on the 20 EMA, but it lost the 12. I traded this down to 10.5, and then I traded a little bit as it popped back up. But once again, once it got to the bell, I needed to come over to my demo account and trade some there just to show activity. And that's where I was all over this thing this morning. We had a real big rip up to right around the $20 level where we had for about 20-25 minutes this stock basically topped out. It couldn't break that 20 and the bears took over, but the bears did not last long at all. This is our halt. This is where we had the insane volume come right here. And again, guys, this was at lunchtime. This is normally the slow time on a stock. This thing ripped up within a 20-minute time frame from 19.5 to 26.5. That's insane if you would have got in down here at this level. I hope you guys did. I was out shopping. I wasn't even paying attention to stocks. So here we are right now. This is a live look right now. We have found the top, and we've actually found what looks like, again, we're on the 5, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a few lines. We have a very solid ceiling right here. And what looks like to be forming this trend line right here. Now we have a few touches. I could probably pull this back to somewhere here around the bottom of this candle, and we may have a few more touches. Yeah, that looks a little bit more respected. What that means is we are forming an ascending triangle. We have tapped this level right here at 29.5 several times. It just wasn't able to break. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit here for a few seconds and see if this stock wants to rip through this level. We're going to look for all the shorts to cover right around 29.5. If they do cover, then we may see some serious momentum up to the $30 mark. If we don't see them cover, if we see them continue to add to their position, the longs, then this thing, we may see the shorts just bail out and the longs just take control. So let's keep an eye on this for a few seconds here. Again, we are on the 5-minute chart, so we are watching this live as it happens. We are watching the bears and the bulls battle this out. Everybody sees this level. They see 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on a 5-minute chart. Let's jump over to the 1-minute chart and see what we have here. All right, look at this. Again, we're forming the ascending triangle, and it just broke above the $25.50 mark. Here we go. That was a lot of momentum pushing up through this level right here. The bears look like they're trying to take control again. I don't know if it's the bears, because this is on kind of a short sale restriction. You still can short, but it's expensive. But I feel like the bulls are just exhausted. They don't have enough momentum to rip this through 30 just yet. Look at these volume candles. What do you notice? You see here one very large volume candle there. Then you see another very large volume candle here. And then you see one more very large volume candle here. And coinciding with that, you see massive top wicks. There's 3 massive topping wicks, meaning the bulls tried to rip this up, could not do it, and the volume just got tired. And here we are. We just went flat across. This is not a good place to be trading this stock. It is just way too sideways for me. That's why I'd rather just watch. I'm not even going to try to trade this right now. This is very interesting though. Here we go. Our trend line is continuing upwards. And let's see if we can go ahead and pull it a little bit farther over. And we're going to consolidate this. Again, we're trying to look for as many touches as possible. We're right here at this. We had a touch close to there at the bottom of that. And we wicked here, touched it. The close there. And it looks like if we can push through, there we go. We had the open above that level. This may be the one right here, guys. This may be the rip above 30. If the bears can't do anything, this may be the push. Let's see what the bears do here. Here we go. This is, again, we switched over to the 1 minute candle. No, they just do not have enough momentum to keep this above. Nobody's covering. They're not just the shorts are very strong. The bears are very strong right now. They are not giving up. How many touches do we have now? Let's go ahead and move this trend line up to here. So now we're sitting around, still, we're right around 29.6, 29.5. I mean, it's a very small margin when you think about the spread on this stock. I looked at the L2, and the L2 was easily 10 to 15 cent spread every once in a while. So this is a very dangerous stock to play, especially right now. We are in a serious consolidation level, and what we're about to see something serious happen right here, guys. I have a feeling whoever wins this battle, here we go. The bears look like they may be winning this. We already see the 9 EMA is already starting to flatten out. This may not be good for the bulls. The 9 EMA was, you see here where it was flat, it pulled up, and then it's starting to flatten out again. So I don't have a lot of confidence in the bulls right now, especially the time. Again, it is 10 minutes after 1 right now, and I don't know what to say. I just don't like this price action. I'm going to pull up the price action, actually L2, so I can look at it on my other screen while we watch this chart. I'm going to pull this out of the way so we can keep an eye on that. And all right, so it looks like we are still, yeah, we're still moving sideways with, we're getting a lot of action on the ask side. So we're stacking. Again, we're balanced right now. We have balance on ask and balance on bid. You're going to see it go up, and then it's going to start filling right there. It starts filling on the ask. It's just too balanced. It's not one way weighted, one or the other. I'm going to give this about 2 more candles, guys, and then I'll let you go. I just find this exciting. We are watching this again. This video won't release live, but I'm watching this live. I'm watching the ticker, and I'm watching the time and sales. There we go. We have a big dump off, and we see the price action moving with the sell. I feel like the bears are about to take control of this stock. We could be getting a push below 29. I think that's one of the reasons that we have such a strong floor right now, is because of this is $29 right there. So they do have some nice support. Unfortunately, they have a very strong ceiling. So we are getting in a very crazy area right here. This is very crazy. Here comes some bids, and they're buying on the ask. Here come the bulls. Big dogs are buying. We're seeing very large orders come through. They may be covering. They may just be tired, man. The bulls may get exhausted here. This is insane consolidation. The amount of volume that is coming in right now, again, now we're sitting at 330,000 330 million shares have been traded so far on DWAC. The relative volume is at 50,000%. This is insane. This is beautiful. Again, if I had patterns and I had a trade book set up on how to trade this, I may want to get back in. But there's just, the patterns just aren't setting up for me. I could have possibly got in with a break of the 20 EMA here, but once it broke that, I'm just not really comfortable. There we go. There's the bulls. The bulls came in. Here comes the short squeeze. Here comes the short squeeze, guys. There it is. Short squeeze. Are we going into a halt? There's the halt level at $32. Can this push up to halt? 32, 33. 32, 33. Here comes the halt, and the FOMO rips up. There it is, guys. 32, 33. Now it's moved up to 32.87. 32.87 is the halt level. No, here come the bears pushing it back down. But again, that was a huge rip. And it looks like the bears are pushing this back down. Yep, we did not hit the halt level. The halt level is still right at 32.87. That was so close. So close to hitting that halt level. Our halt level is right here. And it ran up there. It has to hold the halt level for a certain amount of time. It can't just tap it. It has to rip it. And now you see we're consolidating back at 32. The bulls are jumping back in. Let's see if they want to make another push up to the halt level. The halt level has now moved to 33.49. This may be the push. Right here we go. This is the halt level right here. I'm drawing on the map. Here we go. The bulls are pushing this. Here comes the FOMO. Big orders are coming in. Big orders are coming in. People are covering 33.50, 33.78 on the ask. 33.80 on the ask. There's the halt, guys. We hit the halt at 33.94 right there. In freaking sane. Wow. My God. 33.94. You guys just watched it here. And it may be a fault. Oh, we got a false halt. Do we have a false halt? No, here come the orders trying to. Oh, they're trying to balance out. All right, yeah, guys, that is it. That was it. That was it. And now we have bids and asks going all over the place. You guys watched it here. We had this consolidation into the ascending triangle. Massive consolidation. What is going to happen? A rip past 29 up $4 into a halt. That was intense, you guys. Keep watching this stock. You watched it here first. Incredible volatility, incredible volume. Have a wonderful Thursday. Take care.